southwest side of Chicago, but they didn't meet until they were in high school when Brother Olson was a senior. And one day he was riding in the car with his friend, Wally Wolf, and they saw this girl running out of the high school over toward a store. And Wally Wolf said, "That's my sister." And Brother Olson said, "How about an introduction?" But it never happened. And then one time they rode together in the same car to school. And after they got to school, they were in a study hall together. And somebody tapped Brother Olson on the shoulder. He was a senior at this time. And here was a note from Ruth Wolf. And they kept passing notes back and forth all that semester and got pretty well acquainted. Brother Olson was working at a drugstore when he was in high school. And he used to call the Wolf home and ask for Wally, his friend. He knew Wally was at work. But that way he'd get a chance to talk to Ruth. But when the parents, the Wolf parents, Ruth's parents, began to realize that things were getting kind of serious, they objected, tried to put quietus on it. They said, "We're born-again Christians, and the Bible says, you know, not supposed to marry people who are not born-again Christians." Well, Mr. Olson thought he was a Christian, so he didn't say what the problem was, but he started going to their church. And then one day after his 18th birthday, he got saved at the old Chicago Gospel Tabernacle. And then he started to go to the church that the Wolves attended. And fortunately, that was the Cicero Bible Church, which was probably the greatest church in this area at that time. And one of the great pastors, one of the great soul winners in the history of Chicago, Dr. Billy McCarroll. Just before Dr. Billy McCarroll went to be with the Lord, Hyles-Anderson gave him an honorary doctorate. But he was has been a tremendous influence in the lives of these people. Of course, about that time along came World War II. Brother Olson joined the Army Air Force and flew B-26s. He was a flight engineer, B-26s. The B-26 had a couple of nicknames, and I wrote them down here. Let's see, one, they were called Widowmakers, and then they were called two-engine coffins, and two-engine caskets. And so he was flight engineer on B-26s and later on the B-17s in World War II. But right in the middle of World War II, they got married, and then after the war, Brother Olson went in and sold pharmaceutical products for many years. Then as years passed, they were advised by their pastor to join the First Baptist Hammond after Brother Hyles came here, and then Brother Olson was in on the first, right in the ground floor of the opening of our college. Little incident from their courtship I thought was interesting. Back in those days, you could get a little coupon out of the Sunday paper where you could get 5 White Castles for 25 cents. Ordinarily, in those days, they were 10 cents. So Brother Olson had Ruth out on a date, and he had this coupon in his pocket, but he gets up to the window to pay for the 5 hamburgers, and he can't find his coupon, so he has to pay the whole 50 cents. And so he didn't like that too well. He gets back to the car, and he reaches for his keys, and he finds the coupon after all. Well, he wasn't going to lose the benefit of the coupon, so he goes back and get another 5 hamburgers, another 5 White Castles, so they had 10 White Castles that day. That's a lot even for teenagers to eat, you know. One incident that I'll always remember, when we first came out here, of course, in the early days of the school, all of us wore a lot of different hats, and Brother Olson was, not only did the work that he does now, but he did the work that Brother Sally does now, the work that Brother Mark Pfeiffer does now, the work that Brother Clyde Wolf does now, and headed up several different departments. And one time I was showing some of my friends our new campus, and Brother Olson and one of his co-workers found some of the wine that the Capuchins left here, 3 gallons of it. So he comes up with this one jug about half full, and in front of my friends and me and said, Brother Evans, I've been having communion over and over and over again. Brother and Mrs. Olson, it's our privilege to honor you tonight. A week from tomorrow is their 50th wedding anniversary. They got married on February 20, 1943, right in the middle of World War II. I think that couples like the Lorentz and the Olsons are a real challenge to all of us, and especially to young people in this mixed-up world. That if you'll put Jesus Christ in the center of your marriage, everything else will take its place. I want to dedicate this song to the Olsons and to the Lorentz. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Let's give both these couples a hand.
Thank you. You can be seated. And the Olsons also will, Brother Olson chauffeurs everybody else around here. But we're going to take him and his wife a chauffeur date, any restaurant of your choosing, as a gift from us. Now we're going to take about 10 minutes for you folks to go ahead and situate your chairs and move around where you'll be able to see the program. About 10 minutes we'll start the program.
Begins in a small coastal New England town. Our story is about Abigail, a rambunctious, energetic, spirited young lady who has recently lost her parents and has had to come to live with her grandfather, the lighthouse keeper. Abigail is having a hard time adjusting to her new surroundings, and she has hope that this is only going to be a temporary situation. Well, look there's Abigail now, sitting down having a peaceful lunch, and there's Louis, fishing as usual. He's lived in this town all his life. Well, enjoy the story, and I'll be back from time to time to chat with you.
Whoa, I got one. You're not going to get away. I'm sorry. I didn't see you here.
Idiot! Look what you have done! Can't you see I'm trying to have a nice, peaceful lunch?
Well, can't you see that I'm fishing?
Oh, is that what you call it?
You just made me lose the biggest fish ever.
Leave me alone!
Louis, I heard you yelling. What's wrong?
Stuart, I just met the most impossible, the most arrogant, the most stubborn, the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life.
Who is she?
I don't know. I've never seen her before. I sure hope I see her again.
But I thought you were interested in girls.
Oh, Stuart, things change.
B said she's impossible, arrogant.
But beautiful. She's an angel. How do you speak to an angel?
How do you speak to an angel? I'm completely in the dark. When you know that you've just met an angel, is there a proper remark? We were alone for a moment. Why was I lost in a cloud? Do you speak to an angel in a whisper, or do you just say I love you out loud? We were alone for a moment. Why was I lost in a cloud? Do you speak to an angel in a whisper, or do you just say I love you out loud?
Louis, I'm going fishing.
And I'm gonna go find that girl.
Oh, I hate this place! I never wanted to come here. My suspicions about this place are true. It is nothing but a town of unruly, unkept, uncivilized, and uncouth barbarians.
So, how was your day?
Grandfather, you are not even listening.
Yes, I am, dear. Go ahead, tell me about it.
Okay. Well, I was sitting on the dock and I was minding my own business, reading my book. I had my picnic lunch sitting on the dock beside me when all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, my calm was turned to chaos by an inconsiderate ruffian.
What exactly did he do?
He said he was fishing. He knocked the book out of my hand, stepped all over my lunch, and nearly drowned me.
Well, it sounds like an accident to me.
Oh, sure, take his side. You men are all alike.
Oh, Louis, top of the morning to you.
Hello, Captain McShane. I'm sorry to bother you, but I was hoping you could help me with something. This afternoon, I was down at the dock fishing. Things were going great. And then I was reeling a fish in, and I lost my balance, and I tripped over this girl having a picnic right there on the dock. Boy, Captain, did she get angry. She stormed off and left her basket. I don't even know who she is, but boy, Captain, was she ever pretty. And since I don't know who she is, how do I get the basket to her? Do you have any idea?
Come in, Louis.
That's him!
That's her.
Grandfather, do something!
Well, I did. I invited him in.
You left your basket down there when
You can place it by the door as you leave. Goodbye.
Well, how was your fishing today, Louis?
Well, I caught a few, but I lost the biggest one. Well, Captain, Stu's waiting for me. I gotta go. Who's this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce you to my granddaughter, Abigail. Abigail, this is Louis.
Nice to meet you, Abby.
My proper name is Abigail.
Well, Abigail, I'm sorry for what happened on the dock today.
Well, you should be. Good day.
I forgot my fish.
Take your fish. Ah!
It's okay, Louis.
Oh, see, Grandfather, I told you was a barbarian.
Oh, Abigail, Louis is a fine young man. In fact, I think he likes you a little. If you're nice to him, he may ask you for a date someday.
Oh, how could you ever think I would condescend to date a common, ordinary boy like him? Someday, I'm going to marry a handsome, successful, debonair, rich man. I'm not going to marry someone from here. I refuse to trap myself like the rest of the people in this town. I am going to travel the world. I'm going to live in a big mansion in the city. I'm going to have servants to wait on my every whim. Where are the simple joys of maidenhood? Where are all those adoring, daring boys? Where's the knight pining so for me? He leaps to death in woe for me. Oh, where are maiden simple joys? Shan't I have the normal life a maiden should? Shall I never be rescued in the woods? Shall two knights never tilt for me and let their blood be spilled for me? Oh, where are the trouble joys? Shall I not be put on a pedestal, worshipped and competed for? Not be carried off, or better still, cause a little war? Where are the simple joys of maidenhood? Are those sweet, gentle pleasures gone for good? Shall a feud not begin for me? Shall kith not kill their kin for me? Oh, where are the trivial joys, harmless, convivial joys? Where are the simple joys of maidenhood?
Before you pack, let's have supper.
I told you she only wants this situation to be temporary. She's always off in dreamland, but we'll get back to Abigail in a minute because we have another young couple on the island. In the town, and it's kind of a peninsula, and I get confused. We have another young couple over there, and they're in love. Stuart and Kathleen. You've already met Stuart, and I'm sure that he would introduce you to Kathleen, but he's a little preoccupied right now, so let's peek in on them.
Kathleen, you are so beautiful.
Oh, Stuart, you say the nicest things.
And Kathleen, I just have something I want to tell you.
Yes, Stuart?
Kathleen,
Stu! Hey, Stu! Katie! Oh, why didn't you tell me we were having a picnic? I would have come along.
Louis, we are having a date.
Well, excuse me.
Okay.
We were friends.
Look, I just want to ask Katie one question, okay? Now, Katie, you and Abby are friends, right? And you spend a lot of time with her, right? Well, has she said anything about me in the last few weeks?
Yes.
Well, what'd she say?
I don't think I should be the one to say it.
Come on, Katie. You've got to tell me.
Well, she said you are a barbarian.
Yes! She likes me!
Well, did she say anything else? No, that's okay. Thank you, Katie. You have made my day.
Do you think Louis has a chance? Will Abigail ever like him?
I doubt it.
Well, enough about them. Let's talk about us.
What were you about to say to me, Stuart?
To me, you are the most beautiful, the most lovely, the most sweet young lady in the whole world.
Oh, Stuart, you're so sweet. To me, you are the hand that I reach for when I've lost my way. To me, you are the first star of evening, the sun that warms my day, just as sure as I'm sure there's a heaven. This was meant to be. No road is too long as you belong to me. To me, you are the love I have looked for when I've lost my way. To me, you are the truth I believe in all my whole life through, just as sure as I'm sure there's a heaven. This was meant to be. No road is too long as you belong to me. Just as sure as I'm sure there's a heaven. This was meant to be. No road is too long as you belong.
I told you they were in love. But poor Louis, he's in love with Abigail, and she's just not interested. But who knows? I mean, Louis is a fun, happy-go-lucky guy. Maybe he can win her heart. Who knows?
Skipper!
Oh, no. Didn't I send you down to the basement to get something?
Skipper! I
Di-
want to do an act.
No, you can't do an act
I
here.
brought my pet.
But,
Oh, please, Skipper, come on. Come on. Oh, please.
all right.
I brought my pet.
What is that?
It's Larry the lobster.
Your pet? You have a pet lobster?
A pet lobster, Larry. Don't be such a crab.
All right. What kind of act do you have?
I am a great ventriloquist.
You are a great ventriloquist.
Yep.
All
Want to
right.
hear it? Want to hear it?
Not really.
I'll do it, thanks.
Okay.
How you doing, Larry? Oh, I'm okay. How about you? Oh, I'm okay. How about you? Oh, I'm okay. How about you? I'm so good you can't even see my mouth move.
The microphone's in the way.
I'm gonna tell Larry a joke.
Okay, go ahead.
It
tell
always
Larry a
breaks
joke.
him up. It's a doc joke.
It's a doc. Okay.
Yeah, Larry, what do you get when you get two peers? I don't know. What do you get? A paradox. It tears him up. He can't take it.
Yes. Okay, well, thanks a lot. And why don't you go down and get some more supplies or something? Go get some lights for the lighthouse.
You want lights for the lighthouse?
Yes.
Oh, Skipper. Anything for you, pal.
Thank you. Please, yes. Forgive my friend Quasi there. And now we pick up our story a few weeks later as Kathleen and Abigail are spending some time together in a local cafe.
Did you see the hat Mrs. McPherson had on the other day?
I wouldn't be caught dead in a hat like that.
And the worst thing was she wore it to church. To church.
I can't believe she actually went into public like that.
Oh my goodness, I can't either. Oh, Kathleen, I'm so glad you invited me to lunch today. I do so much enjoy your company.
Oh, Abigail, you are my very best friend. And with Stuart and me getting married in 6 months, there won't be many opportunities to do this. It's just
Hey, Stuart, look here. What a coincidence.
Hi, Kathleen.
Oh, Stuart, what a surprise.
Is anyone sitting here?
Not now.
So, what brings you ladies to town?
Well, I was trying to have a nice private lunch with my friend before she gets married.
Oh, kind of like the Last Supper, huh?
Kathleen, may I have a word with you? Privately? Kathleen, what are they doing in town?
How should I know?
This was a great plan, Stuart.
She has no idea.
You knew they were going to be in town, didn't you?
Well, Stuart said something about being in town, but how was I supposed to know about Louis?
Ladies, you coming?
Coming, Stuart.
It sure is a lovely day, isn't it?
Quite delightful.
Tuesday's my favorite day of the week.
Tuesday? We're supposed to have our engagement pictures taken today. We had to be at the studio within the hour.
Oh, I'm sorry, Abigail. I have to go, but I'll be back later.
But we've already ordered.
Well, I'll eat Katie's.
I've lost my appetite. I'll be on my way. Goodbye.
No, wait, Abigail. Sit down. Can't we at least be friends? I mean, what have I done to make you hate me so much?
I don't hate you.
Well, it sure seems that way.
I'm sorry you got that impression.
Look. I know I've made some mistakes, and I know I've offended you, but things always seem to go wrong with me. That's exactly how things always go with me. Black cats creep across my path until I'm almost mad. I must have roused the devil's wrath, 'cause all my luck is bad. I make a date for golf and you can bet your life it rains. I tried to throw a party and the guy upstairs complains. I guess I'll go through life just catching colds and missing trains. Everything happens to me. I've never missed a thing. I've had the measles and the flu, and every time I try to win, I always seem to lose. Things always seem to go wrong on whichever path I choose. Everything happens to me. At first my heart thought you could break this jinx for me, that love would do the trick to end despair. But now I just can't fool this head that thinks for me. I've mortgaged all my castles in the air. I've telegrammed and phoned, I sent an airmail special too. Your answer was goodbye, and there was even postage due. I fell in love just once, and then it had to be with you. Everything happens to me.
So is there anything you need to talk about?
Well, can't you at least stay and have lunch with me?
Well, the food is ordered.
Louis is just plain starstruck. When he gets around Abigail, all he can do is think, and all he sees is her. Maybe Louis's feelings can be summed up like this. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view, and I only have eyes for you. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view, and I only have eyes for you. But now that leaves us with a dilemma, because you see, as we're going to find out, Abigail feels kind of the same way, but it's not toward, well, I'll just let you watch and see.
I'll get it, Grandfather. Yes, may I help you?
Yes, my name is Trevor Hamilton. Is Captain McShane in?
Trevor!
Captain!
Trevor, my
Oh,
boy,
Captain.
come in!
Boy, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Captain McShane. My, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Let me take a look at you.
You're doing pretty well.
You've grown to be a fine young man. Oh, excuse me. Allow me to introduce you to my granddaughter, Abigail.
Abigail. A charming name for a charming lady.
Pleased to meet you.
Ah, the pleasure is mine.
Abigail, Trevor used to be my cabin boy. And now look at him. He's a fine captain of a fine ship. I'm mighty proud of you, boy.
Ah, it's not all, Captain McShane. I didn't tell you. I just purchased a whole fleet of ships. I started my own shipping company in Boston. Matter of fact, that's why I wrote you that letter requesting the maps and the charts. You did get my letter, didn't you?
Oh, I sure did.
Ah, good. Nobody knows the sea like your grandfather.
Well, Trevor, that's great. I was just working on the last chart this afternoon.
Ah, fine.
Abigail, you entertain Trevor while I finish the last one up.
Thank you, Captain.
Would you have a seat?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So, Mr. Hamilton, does your business require you to be away from your family often?
Well, Abigail, I don't have a family to speak of.
Oh.
See, being a captain, I travel so much, I haven't had time to settle down. But hopefully, now that I've purchased the shipping company, I'll have time to think about things like that.
Hopefully. I mean, I hope things work out for you.
Trevor,
Yes, sir.
you will be able to stay for supper, won't you?
I was hoping you would ask.
Well, how long are you going to be in our little town?
Well, actually, my ship is not due to set sail for another day yet. And I haven't had a chance to see this little town yet.
Wow, that's great. Abigail knows everything about this town. I'm sure she'd love to show you around, wouldn't you, Abigail?
Well, yes.
Well, that is if it's all right with you, Trevor.
I can think of nothing I should like to do more. If you'll excuse me, Captain McShane, Abigail, there's some matters aboard the ship which I must attend to.
Well, dinner will be at 7 p.m. sharp.
I will be here. Good day.
Goodbye. 10 minutes ago I saw you. I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling. You gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago I met you and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and just sing out the news. I have found him. He's an angel with the dust of the stars in his eyes. I am singing, I am flying, and he's taking me up to the skies. In the dreams of my love, I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again. 10 minutes ago, I saw you. I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling, you gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found him, he's an angel with the dust of the stars in his eyes. I am singing, I am flying, and he's taking me up to the skies. In the dreams of my love, I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again.
Well, it appears that Abigail has found the man of her dreams. And she always knew she would.
Just skip. Hey!
Oh, Quasi, what are you doing?
I feel sorry for Louis.
Yeah, well, he'll be okay. He, you know.
I'm just like him. Everything happens to me.
Well, there's a reason things happen to you.
The day my ship comes in, I'll probably be at the airport. I just can't take it anymore. It's too much on me, Skipper. It's just peer pressure on me.
I'm very sorry.
I was out with the little seagulls.
Uh-huh.
They're flying everywhere. You know what the seagulls' favorite song is?
What's that?
The doxology.
Oh, hey, I just remembered. I need another light bulb for
Wait. I saw you up here singing to everybody.
Yes.
I never get no big breaks like that.
There's a reason for that also.
I like to sing one song. Please can I?
No, you can't sing.
Oh, come on, you got to do it, and I never get to do nothing.
But this is a formal.
Just because you got a white hat and I don't have no regular hat.
But yours is very becoming on you, I want you to know.
Please, can I sing just one?
All right, one song.
Okay, I'll do it right now. There's a lighthouse on a hillside.
No.
That over.
That's enough.
Looks like. See?
All right, you sang your song. Now are you happy
I
now?
have another one.
You said one song.
Okay, so I lied.
Okay, sing your other song.
Chip ahoy.
No.
Chip ahoy.
Stop it! Stop!
Loudly I cry.
Hey!
Chip ahoy.
That's very nice, but you do realize it's ship ahoy.
Oh no, I like those Chip Ahoy cookies, man. They're my favorite. I love them. My favorite kind of cookies.
I do need another light. Could you get that for me?
Another
Quasi?
light. Anything
Could
for
you?
you, Skipper,
Thank-
old buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Forgive him, for he knows not what he does. Well, now let's take a peek at the next day and see how this tour of the town went.
You have been a most gracious hostess. You know, Abigail, I can't remember when I've had a more enjoyable time.
Mr. Hamilton.
Please, call me Trevor.
Trevor.
Have a seat.
It's very sweet of you to say that, but you've been to so many exciting places. I don't know how a tour of our little town could possibly compare to all the places you have been.
Well, you see, that is because I've never been to any of those other places with you.
Abby, where have you been all day? I've been looking all over for you. Who's he?
This is Mr. Trevor Hamilton. He is a friend of my grandfather's. And my grandfather has asked me to take him a tour of our town.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me? I've had the whole day free. I could have joined you.
Well, perhaps next time. I'm sorry, I don't believe I caught your name.
Oh, how rude of me. This is Louis. He is an acquaintance of our family.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Louis.
So, you two have spent the whole day together?
Well, why, yes, we did. We had a lovely time together. Actually, I found Abigail to be quite a fine young lady.
Yes. She is something else, isn't she?
Sure was nice to meet you, Louis. I hope I get to see you again sometime soon.
It's nice to meet you, too. I guess I better be going.
Have a nice day, Louis.
Boy, the people in this town are so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Have you known Louis for very long?
Oh, no, not real long.
Look, you've taken a whole day and shown me around your town. Let me return the favor. Let me take you and your grandfather to Boston and show you around my town.
Boston?
Well, yes, that's where I live.
I've always dreamed of going to Boston.
Come, let me walk you home, and we'll see what Captain McShane thinks about it.
Well, this is exciting, isn't it? Abigail's so happy, and I think Trevor's pleased also. But there's also another couple that's pleased. Stuart and Kathleen, they're getting married. And the wedding is today. And you know what? They have another special privilege because the mayor of the town has agreed to sing for the wedding. And in fact, I think if we're real good, we'll be able to hear the mayor. Mayor Wendell Evans is going to come at this time, and so sit back and relax and enjoy. I think you'll like to hear this song. If we get him a microphone, you'll really enjoy this song.
Hey, I found a mic and it's on. God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one if you must cling to someone now and forever. Let it be me. Each time we meet, love, the time so sweet, love, without your sweet love, what would life be? So never leave
That was wonderful. And of course, Stuart and Kathleen couldn't have gotten married without having Louis as the best man, and of course, Abigail as the maid of honor. And let's see, the reception is just finished. Let's look in and see how Louis and Abigail are coming along.
They had a beautiful wedding today. Oh, Kathleen was so beautiful. She and Stuart make such a lovely couple. They're gonna have a wonderful life together.
Well, it was a beautiful wedding, but personally, I thought the maid of honor was the most beautiful one there.
Louis.
No, I mean it, Abby. Walking down that aisle with you today.
Louis.
Abby, can't you see? I love you. Since the day I first met you on the dock, I always knew that you were the only girl for me.
Louis, it'll never work. You're going off to college. You'll meet someone far more cheery and beautiful than me.
No, I won't. I only want you. I could never find anyone to compare to you.
Louis, you're so sweet and so kind, but I just don't feel the same way you feel.
Well, can't we at least write? I could send you a letter every week.
I don't think that would be best.
It's not fair, Abby. You've never even given me a chance.
Why should I entertain something that could never be?
Just tell me the news from home.
I won't be able to do that.
What harm can there be in simply writing as friends?
Louis, you deserve a girl who would be happy to live here the rest of your lives in this town. And I am not that girl. I'm going to live in the big city. That's my dream, my destiny. I could never be happy here.
It's Trevor, isn't it?
Louis, I don't want to hurt you.
It's okay. I understand, Abigail. I hope you find what you're looking for. But just remember, you'll always hold a special place in my heart.
Louis, please understand.
Abby, you don't need to say any more. I understand. Completely.
Thank you for understanding. Farewell, Louis.
Where is love? Does it fall from skies above? Is it underneath the willow tree that I've been dreaming of? Where is she who I close my eyes to see? Will I ever know the sweet hello that's meant for only me? Who can say where she might hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to? Where is love? Does it fall from skies above? Is it underneath the willow tree that I've been dreaming of? Where is she who I close my eyes to see? Will I ever know the sweet hello that's meant for only me? Every night I kneel and pray, let tomorrow be the day when I see the face of someone who I can mean something to. Where
Where is love? Where is love? A few years have passed now, and Louis has been off at college, and he hasn't been home for a while, and it seems like Abigail and Trevor's relationship is coming along quite nicely, and in fact, just between me and you, I wouldn't be surprised if there's an announcement made pretty soon.
Abigail, you've been to Boston several times now. How do you like it?
Oh, I love it. It's such an exciting city.
Good. Abigail, we've been seeing each other and corresponding for 2 years now.
Yes?
I love coming to visit you, but I hate leaving you.
Yes?
Listen, Abigail, I think you know how I feel about you now, and I think you feel the same. Abigail, would you marry me?
Whoa, Trevor.
Listen, you'll have a beautiful mansion, you'll have servants to wait on you, we'll travel the world together, and you'll have the finest of everything.
I don't know what to say.
Is something wrong? Abigail, I'd do anything for you.
Trevor, I know, and these last 2 years have been like a dream.
Then let's make the dream a reality. Marry me.
This is what I always thought I wanted, but I just don't know anymore.
Well, listen, you don't have to let me know now. I'll be back next month. We can talk about it then.
No, we don't need to talk about it. I'm sorry, I cannot accept it.
But why? What is it?
I can't explain it. I just know this is how it has to be.
But Abigail.
No, I'm sorry, I can't talk about it.
All right. Just remember, I love you.
Somewhere in the night, chasing shadows around the bend. Somewhere in the night, chasing rainbows that have no end. In the misty light, you are mine and you hold my heart. But dreams have a way of calling it a day. They seldom last. My dreams have passed. But in my lonely flight, I'll keep searching till time is through. Just somewhere in the night, till dreams come true. Somewhere in the night, till dreams come
Abby, is that you?
Louis, what are you doing here?
Well, we had a break at school, and I had some business to tend to here at home, so I thought now would be the best time to come home. It's been so long since I've seen the home place. It's still as beautiful as ever. Well, how have things gone with you, Abigail?
Fine, Louis, just fine.
It's good to hear.
How's your schooling?
Well, if I work real hard, I should be done in about a year.
Wow, you're really doing well.
Things are going well. Hey, do you remember when we met here on that dock?
Yes, you were so funny.
Well, you called me a barbarian.
Yeah, and you put that fish in my basket.
It was an accident.
Uh-huh, and remember that chance meeting we had at the restaurant?
We met at 9.
We met at 8.
I was on time.
No, you were late.
Yes, I remember it well. We dined with friends.
We dined alone.
A tenor sang.
A baritone.
Yes, I remember it well. That dazzling April that's right. That's right.
Remember still the way you do.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. How often I've thought of that Friday
Monday.
night when we had our first rendezvous.
And somehow I foolishly wondered if you might, by some chance, be thinking of it too.
That carriage ride,
You walked me home,
you lost your glove.
I lost a comb.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. That brilliant sky,
We had some rain
those Russian songs.
from sunny Spain.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. You wore a gown of gold.
I was all in blue.
Am I getting old?
Oh no, not you. How strong you were, how young you stayed, a prince of love in every way.
Ah, yes, I remember it well.
Ah, yes, I remember it well.
Ah, yes, I remember it well.
Louis, oh, there you are.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. Abigail, let me introduce you to my fiance, Jessica.
Oh, I'm so
Hi.
happy to meet you, Louis. I had no idea.
Well, I brought her home to meet my parents. I thought it would be a nice surprise.
What a lovely surprise. I'm so happy to meet you. Jessica, you are a very fortunate lady. You are marrying one of the finest young men in our town.
Well, I think so.
Listen, Abigail, it's good to see you. I saw Trevor in town earlier. Perhaps the four of us could get together sometime next week and go to lunch.
Perhaps. Jessica, I'm free this afternoon. How about I help you get settled in?
Why, thank you, Abigail.
That's very kind. Well, let's get the rest of our luggage from the ship.
You just never know what's going to happen in these little towns. Abigail, Abigail, Abigail. Now what are you going to do?
Skipper!
Oh, no.
I got the light you wanted. I got it. I got the
That's
light.
not, stop it. Kill the light.
Bang, 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 bang. Oh, no.
What happened?
I didn't kill it.
What do you mean?
I just wounded it.
You only wounded it?
Ah, yes. I dismember it well.
That's really nice. Thank you. Thanks.
I get a song in one way or the other.
Yes, you do. Oh, boy. Well, you know, as sometimes happens on those coastal towns, severe storms come. And about a week after Louis was back in town, a severe storm came and it devastated the whole town.
Coming.
Abigail, where's Dr. Weinstock? Someone said he was here at the lighthouse.
Well, he and grandfather went to the shipyard because the fisherman had cut himself. Why? What's wrong?
There's been a terrible accident just up the road, and we don't know if they're gonna make it. I've got to find the doctor.
Stuart, wait, you must tell me what's happened. Who's involved?
Something spooked the horses, and the carriage is overturned. And Louis got tangled in the reins trying to stop the horses, and they dragged him over a mile.
Louis and Jessica?
Yes, and Jessica too. She was thrown from the carriage, and she's bleeding badly. I must find the doctor.
Run, Stuart, he's at the dock. Louis.
Stuart found the doctor, and since the crash occurred so close to the lighthouse, they brought Louis and Jessica there, hoping that they could save him. But it was a terrible accident, and Jessica never revived. Louis lay in a coma for months, and as he lay in a coma for months, Abigail spent a lot of time thinking.
When you're alone on the street of regret, and your eyes are dim, and your cheeks are wet, when you know you've been wrong, and it's too late to mend, you just stumble along, wondering where you have been. When you're alone with your dreams of the past, and you realize what love is at last, just remember the glory of love's old sweet story. When you're alone on the street of regret, when you're alone with your dreams of the past, and you realize what love is at last, just remember the glory of love's old sweet story. When you're alone on the street of regret.
Well, Doctor,
I believe his bones are beginning to mend, but the internal and head injuries are so bad, I don't know if he'll ever come out of the coma.
what about moving him to his own house?
It's still too soon. I think it's best to leave him right where he's at.
Well, is there anything else that we can do?
Just pray.
We have been. Thank you, Doctor.
Have a good day. I'll check back with him in a few days. Goodbye, Captain. Abigail.
Goodbye, Dr. Weinstock.
Goodbye.
Abigail, I have some work to do. Are you all right?
I'll be okay. Go ahead. Louis, I'm sorry for the way I treated you all those years. I really didn't think you were a barbarian. I just couldn't admit to myself how I really felt about you. Oh, if only I hadn't been so stubborn. If only I hadn't been so foolish, none of this would have happened. Louis, I love you. I've always loved you, but only in silence. I loved you once in silence, and misery was all I knew, trying so to keep my love from showing. twice the strain for me, twice the despair, twice the pain for me that I had known before. And now that all has been said, here we are, my love, silent once more, and not far, my love, from where we were before.
No, stop.
Louis, it's okay.
Stop.
Grandfather, come quick.
No, gotta stop the horses.
Louis, it's all right.
Captain,
You're all right.
gotta stop the horses. Gotta stop
It's
the
all
horses.
right, Louis. You're safe now.
Captain, Abigail, how'd I get here? Where's Jessica? I've gotta get home.
Louis, lay still. You've been through a lot. We'll talk about it all later.
Grandfather, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be all right.
Yes, Abigail, I think he is.
Well, it took some time, but Louis did recover. Miraculously healed.
These.
Quasi, what are you doing? Have you been watching Hogan's Heroes reruns again?
I know nothing.
All right, Quasi, listen. We're in the middle of this story.
Oh, come
and
on, Skipper. You've been telling the whole big sad story, and I didn't get to tell nothing. I've been out sailing
said
the seven seas. I got my pirate hat. And I want to tell a story, too. It's a sad one.
It's a sad one.
It'll make you cry.
I like sad stories, so.
It makes me cry every time.
Okay, well, you go ahead.
It's a story about the big old whale named Moby Dick.
Moby Dick, yeah, he's a whale, right?
Yeah,
He was a mammal.
He was a what?
He was a mammal.
A mammal?
Yes, a whale's a mammal.
How could he be a mammal? His name is Dick. He's a papal.
Go on with your story, please.
Well, anyway, this whale, Moby Dick, he would swim around with all these little bitty fishes, all the big fishes, and the little fishes would swim around him all the
they
time.
swim around in their schools. Go ahead.
What I know about their education. Now look, you see, he was swimming around and around, and one day he was swimming along and he saw a swordfish stabbing a mackerel fish. He was stabbing him and stabbing him and stabbing him, and the mackerel fish stabbed him and stabbed him and stabbed him, and the swordfish stabbed him and stabbed him and stabbed him.
Oh my, what happened?
He was a holy mackerel. So then the swordfish, he saw Moby Dick, and the swordfish lunged at Moby Dick, and Moby Dick lunged at the swordfish, and the swordfish lunged at Moby Dick, and Moby Dick lunged at the swordfish.
Yeah, what happened?
They had lunged together.
I think something needs your attention.
I ain't done yet.
Oh, you.
He was swimming around, and he saw this quartet of fish. First tuna, second tuna, barracuda, and bass.
Actually, you were done quite a while ago.
Then he went to the doctor because he wasn't feeling good. He went to the doctor fish.
He wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, he was a great sturgeon. It was too, the great physician.
You know, we still haven't got that light for the lighthouse.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh.
Never learned to use the stairs. Anyway, Louis recovered, and pretty soon he was able to get up and around, and he was able to go for his first walk in about 6 months. Let's kind of peek in and see how his first walk went.
Abigail, I can never thank you enough for all you've done to help me recover from the accident.
Oh, it's okay, Louis. I would have done it for any old barbarian.
I'm serious. I owe you my life.
Look, Louis, somebody left a basket on the dock.
Well, see if you can tell whose it is.
Oh, well, there's flowers in here and a letter. To me. Louis.
Well, go ahead, read it.
Dearest Abigail, from the first day we met on this dock, I loved you. Sincerely, your barbarian Louis. P.S. Will I what?
Will you marry me?
Oh, yes, Louis, I'd love to.
Please don't let this feeling end. It's everything I am, everything I want to be. I can see what's mine now, finding out what's true. Since I found you, looking through the eyes of love.
Now I can take the time. I can see my life as it comes up shining now, reaching out to love you. I can feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love.
And now I do believe that even in the storm we'll find some light. Knowing you're beside me, I'm alright. Please don't let this feeling end. It might not come again, and I want to remember how it feels to love you. How I feel so much since I found you. Looking through the eyes
Ah, yes, I remember it well, and I hope you do too.